You have really got to be kidding my soul. Kayleen and Steve, why have you both decided to make us settle into this random room in the studio? More importantly, why did I just see a new TCSIB title card? You know for a fact that the series is over after 8 seasons and 7 years in the making.
Well Dad, the fans love the series so much that we took the initiative of rebooting it. Isn't that splendid, Dad?
The series is your legacy, Dad. Fans really enjoy this partially stop-motion, text-to-speech frenzy, jam-packed, plentiful of action, delicious galore of a web series. We thought that if you were to continue with the series, you'd gain more fans over time.
Take it easy Zachman, you know they're right. Just troll along with it and everything shall be okay. Stay cool. Tantrum in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No, fiddlesticks, Steve and Kayleen, I cannot believe you decided to reboot 20th Century Studios intro bloopers. I planned on stopping after 8 seasons and I did not want to continue onward and instead make different videos outside of the series. You dumplings.
Holy moly, it's the Season 9 premiere of the 20th Century Studios intro bloopers.
Well, unfortunately that seems to be the case. Timothy, Steve and Kayleen decided to reboot the show because apparently TCSIB is my core YouTube channel legacy. They believe I'll have more fans if I keep making new episodes of the series. Isn't that absolutely ridiculous?
Well, while I agree with them that your channel legacy consists of blooper videos like this, I personally believe it's a good idea to branch out and make different videos such as live streams of random games, some form of skits, blah blah blah. Do you get my drift?
Indeed I do, but, anyways, I think we all know how this goes. We do this at the start of every episode. Places everyone. Roll camera. Cue the...
Hey Dad, I just came to a rather enormous realization.
Oh, and what might that be, Steve?
Take a wild look at what today is.
Do I look like I don't know what today is, Steve? No way Jose, of course I know what today is. It's April 1st, just like every other day. You numbskull, completely normal day at the studio and none else. I'm sure the audience will realize what day this is whenever they get the chance to acknowledge the calendar. Rest assured, everything is fine, nothing to blow a gasket over. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. I repeat, you're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Once again, you're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. One more time, you're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Yup. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Positive. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Yet again, you're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Whoop-dee-doo. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. I'm not making this up. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Reminder, you're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Totally genuine response. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Yep, you're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Yes sir Bob. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. OMGity boogity. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Honest. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Absolutely not lying. Nope, not lying. Completely honest. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. You're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Yuppers, you're all just watching a regular episode of TCSIB with absolutely no strings attached. Yep, no strings attached whatsoever. You knew exactly where this is going, did you, audience? Well, I think it's time I tell you something. It's only brief, but
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept that we can't get a game. Learn to accept Babe Box 98. Learn to accept Fortnite's offline. Learn to accept Babe Shake 399. Learn to accept that we can't get a game. Learn to accept Babe Box 98. Learn to accept Fortnite's offline. Learn to accept Babe Shake 399. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept that we can't have game. Learn to accept that we can't join a game. Learn to accept that the person is fine. Learn to accept that it's horror time. Learn to accept that we can't have game. Learn to accept that we can't join a game. Learn to accept that the person is fine. Learn to accept that it's horror time. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept that requests are closed. Learn to accept that a person got a post. Learn to accept that it's hard for us. Learn to accept that it's not a fuss. Learn to accept that requests are closed. Learn to accept that a person got a post. Learn to accept that it's hard for us. Learn to accept that it's not a fuss. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys. Learn to accept it, learn to accept it, learn to accept it right now, boys.
We interrupt your computer session because there was a cleric error. Cleric was killed by Mario. Please do not turn off your computer. If you refuse to follow this simple direction, you will regret it. So I repeat this one more time. Do not turn off your computer. If you wait 60 minutes with this error screen, it will be rid of itself and you will be able to resume working.
Dang nabbit, Cleric. I can't believe you got your own error Trojan. How exactly did you manage to hack my PC with your Trojan anyway? I am not in the mood to wait an hour in this error screen. I'm just gonna restart and see how he likes it.
Yo. Easy, you tried to restart. What did Roberto tell you? He told you not to turn off the computer. You now have 9 lives. Don't do it again, please.
Darn. It didn't work. Perhaps I'm just hallucinating. Let's restart again.
Alright then, buddy. So what you mean to tell me is that you refuse to give me 60 minutes of your time so I would look around your desktop? Unacceptable. I am warning you. Do not restart again and let me just take a peek at your desktop.
Cleric, I will not let you invade my desktop. You know what? I'm going to restart again whether you like it or not.
Alright, wise guy. I'm not in the mood for games here. I literally just told you not to turn it off. The next time you restart, I will enter my anger phase.
Anger phase, eh? Boy, I wonder what you got up your sleeve, Cleric. I'm gonna restart again. Ha 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 ha.
Congrats. You entered the anger phase? You see what happens when you don't listen to me. I would just like to see you try again, loser.
You do not scare me, Cleric. I will turn off the computer as many times as I want, and you have no control over what I say and do, you idiot. Time to restart.
I can't believe you turned off the computer again. Next time you do, I will enter my furious phase. Either leave it alone or test me.
Testing you was exactly what I was going to do, you son of a spaghetti. Take this.
Welcome to my furious phase, you egg. Now I'm getting real angry here. Don't you dare restart again. All I ask of you is to please wait and you still refuse. Knock it off.
First of all, I am a very impatient man. Second of all, you are going to eventually destroy my computer if you peek into my desktop. You always go into lots of mischief. That's it. Time to restart yet again.
Oh my god, you did it again. I dare you to do it again. I promise you that it won't be a pretty sight. Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Ha, you just made the biggest mistake of your life, Cleric. You have encouraged me to restart again. Let's do it.
You have fallen into my final phase. Welcome to my nightmare phase. I shall haunt your dreams for the rest of your life if you dare restart again. You are nothing but barbed wire underwater.
Barbed wire underwater? That was a weak insult, boy. For that, I shall restart again.
That's it. I had enough of you always restarting. This is your final shot. Either wait 60 minutes on this error screen or enter the code below. Be warned that if you get this wrong, you will never be able to use this computer again. So be careful.
A code? Well then, I think I know what the code is. It's easy.
Holy crap. You managed to enter the correct code. Thank you for admitting that I am awesome. Since you won the battle against me and my Trojan, I have no choice but to delete myself and this Trojan from the computer for now. Before I do that, however, I am going to give you a random PC game for free. Once you get back into your desktop, the surprise will be waiting for you as it will be highlighted. I guess I better be off now, so goodbye until we meet again.
Okay, Steve. Turn on the lights. It's time to begin the day.
On it, Dad.
Fiddlesticks. Do I even deserve the logo to spin rapidly again? What the freak is going on here?
And I must say, that was the best rant I have ever heard in my entire life.
What a lovely day to take over Zachman Studios.
Okay, stop it. It's not Zachman Rubbish Studios. It's Zachman Awesomeness Studios. Fix it right now. Nothing happening? That's it. Sudden outburst in 3, 2, 1. Fiddlesticks. Hello everyone. I am Zachman. Thank you for getting your copy of the 20th Century Fox Intro Bloopers Simulator. In it, you will be able to make your own adventure at Zachman Awesomeness Studios to try and get the 20th Century Fox intro right. Let's dive into this wonderful simulator. Cue the title screen.
We got a loading screen coming right now.
Fiddlesticks.
I say, cleric, why are you looking at the mirror?
I say, old bean, this guy is staring at me.
All mirrors have reflections, cleric. These reflections are an exact copy of our world, but the other side of the mirror is a mirror world.
A mirror world? How exciting. Do you think we will be able to travel there?
I say, you've gone bananas, cleric. We just bought the first television set not long ago. And now you wish to travel to the mirror world? Are you crazy? I mean, don't have a cow, cleric. It is impossible to travel to the mirror world.
That's a bummer, old bean. I can't even go outside. I'm under house arrest. If I dare go out, the heat will catch me.
We'll have to make the scene, cleric. We are not immortal. If you haven't hit the bottle, you wouldn't be grounded.
Old bean, come on you snake, let's rattle anyway.
I don't think so. Cut the gas, cleric.
Hello there viewers, ladies, gentlemen, humans, and other living things. I am Zachman, and today I shall try the Grimace Shake. I've seen quite a few videos about this trend and what happened when people drank this limited product. As of this point I do believe that the Grimace Shake stopped being sold by McDonald's. Provided that I got the shake in my hand, I'm going to give this a try. I am fully aware that I am obviously late for this trend, but hey, better late than never, am I right? Anyway, happy belated birthday, Grimace. Ho ho ho, I'm not going to drink this out of a straw. I'm gonna chug it. Let's go. Hey, that tasted pretty good. What, did you expect something to happen? Are you expecting to see me lay on the floor? Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but nothing happened. I am immune to the supposed effects of the Grimace Shake. It's just juice with specific berries. That's it, nothing else. Anyway, I'd better go now. Peace out, guys.
Damn! First of all, spaghetti.
My property.
Public domain.
What? But how? What the?